Good morning, Raymond. Peace and love, brother. How you doing, my friend? Just waking up. Let me find a more party hat. Forgot to have my hat. Somber hat. All right, Raymond. Thank you, sir. She's doing all right. Might get her today. Might be taking her home today from the hospital. Thanks for asking. Good, man. I appreciate you come by and showing some support and love. Peace and love, Raymond. I'm going to smoke my first joint, which is left over from yesterday. Ah, coffee, a joint. All right, my friend. Thank you, Raymond. All right. Good hits. Got that little teeny little buzz going. I can feel it. Hey, Rick. Good morning, bro. How's it going? Cheers, brother. Smoking my first joint. All right. How you doing this morning, Rick? Everybody fire up. Let's go. Raven just went and got his joint. I gotta put this question up. I never use these questions, but this one's a good one. Oh, what was that? Oh, hit the high notes anymore. That sounds cool. What do you want, cat? What do you want, cat? What? Hi. Hi, my little girl. Dawn! Hey, Dawn! Good morning, love. How you doing? Peace and love from Arizona. 2 a.m. 8 a.m. here. I'm just waking up. There's my mom. Probably my mom. Let me, grab this call. Hello. All right. Sounds good. You know what? You ready? Okay. Just give me a call when you know. Yeah, but it could be in the afternoon or something. All right. So I only need 30 minutes. Nope. Well, it's the weekend. What? They're not open. Or maybe they're there. I'll call today. Okay. Whatever. What do you want? Reschedule. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Call me later when you hear more. Mom. Mom, you do not have it figured out. I'll tell you when you say the right thing. There's you, Mom. Just work harder at. It's all in the cleanliness, and I'm not saying you're not cleaning yourself well enough. I said you got to do better. So don't get it wrong. Thank you. Bye bye. Huh? What'd the doctor say? So you're just gonna get UTI every 3 weeks and go back into the hospital? What? Right. That's why I say that can't be the answer. I want a answer, not it could be because you're old age. And I don't think this is going on with every old woman at this age. So I don't like it. I want to know how we can avoid it. That's what has to be known. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I want, something. There's got to be proactive discussions going into this. So maybe you could talk to the doctor next time. Further, because ask him, how do I avoid this? Mom, but you really don't want to go through this again either. We got to figure out how to avoid it, no matter what. Oh, okay. Well, that's all I want. I want it addressed. Same with the diarrhea, man. I mean, if you're having constant diarrhea, it has to be addressed because that's your dehydration issue. It's not drinking water. So we'll get it. We'll get to this. I don't know if your family doctor is the right one to help us either. All right. All right. All right. Bye-bye. So mom keeps getting UTI, and I'm like, well, that's avoidable. I think it just has to do with you have diarrhea and you're getting poop in your pee hole, right? So that's usually where it comes from. I don't know for sure that's where you keep getting it, but you keep getting it, so we got to do something about this. I'm asking her you either use the really good wipes, the really wet ones, like hospital style, or you bathe yourself every day, but you gotta stay clean. You can't keep catching UTI. It makes you go crazy. And you can't stand, you fall, everything. All her problems come from UTI. So the doctor says, people your age get UTI a lot, whatever, it's common. I'm like, what? That's what they told you? 3 times in a row you've been in the hospital for UTI, serious UTI, and they just tell you, oh, that's just old age. Like, what kind of bullshit is that? Somebody tell me. This is the shit I gotta put up with, man, you know, with the doctors. And her family doctor, man, now I know they suck, all three of them, in that practice. Because I've been trying to get them to work with us on a couple things, and they don't. In fact, I think they're lying to me at this point. Yeah, Raymond, so that's what I fight. I'm like, the home health care nurses, they're no help. I told her that yesterday, you want them back, but they're not your friends. All they do is keep you barely above a certain threshold. But you being barely above that threshold, when they leave, you fall back. You lose all your leg strength that you gained while they were here. Oh, yeah, see, she could do stuff like that too, right? Let's get down to it, man. Let's work on this. This is a problem that just arose. She didn't have this problem before, but for 3 months now, she spent 4 days, and now 3 days in the hospital over UTI, which they thought the UTI was a stroke. So she came out of the hospital the second time, and people were telling her she had a stroke. And no, none of the doctors did. It's just nurses coming out of nowhere. You know, I wasn't there when they said it to her because I would have straightened them out. I would have told them, no, nobody said she had a stroke. So don't treat her like she had a stroke. Don't make her stay in bed. She needs her legs back. She lost her leg strength in the hospital over the last 3 months. Drink juice from boiled barley. So I just boil barley, Dawn? And you know what? My mom won't do it. Thanks, Dawn. I love you, hon. I love you. The only thing I wanted to have my mom do extra was bicarbonate soda, and she won't even do that. And that could be a problem that could be resolved with that too. You never know, really, until you try. And if you don't try it, why won't you try it? It's just too easy and too cheap. What, you think the doctors are telling you what to do is the right shit, you know? So when the doctors, like the last 3 doctors I talked to, whoa, Raymond, you know? Wow. So yeah, that's the biggest gripe I have at the moment. And why were they telling her she had, and then why did a cardiologist put her on Eliquis? She didn't have a heart attack. She didn't have a stroke. All the tests came back negative. Nothing. I heard the results of every test they did because they only do 1 test a day, maybe 2. They'll do a CAT scan and they'll do an MRI, right? As far as the heart goes, she did the heart stress test now 3 times. Her heart's fine, doesn't skip a beat. So I go to the family doctors and I tell them, yo, man, they put her on this medication. They started acting like she had, a stroke and a heart attack. And that's not what it was. It was the UTI, man. The UTI is exactly the same looking symptoms as a stroke, right? She never felt any pain in her chest. That's usually a good sign of a heart attack. If it was a heart attack, there would be lingering effects, and there was none. If there was a stroke, there'd be lingering effects, and there was none. When she had the stroke, she didn't have any numbness on the left side anywhere. Um, I'm not a doctor, but no doctor told me she had a stroke, and now they're just trying to say she did. And I think that cardiologist, it's a precaution. Now, I don't know why he would use a dangerous blood thinner. Now, okay, that's what I want to know. I have to talk to the cardiologist. Maybe that's what it is. But he's not going to do anything either. All right, so here's the deal. They did it. It's done. The family doctors is who I'm going to. I'm like, yo, is she on this Eliquis? Look in those records. Show me where she had a stroke. Show me where she had a heart attack. 3 months now. 3 different family doctors. None of them came back to tell me anything. They're like, yeah, you might be right and shit, but then, yeah, and then all 3 of us, I can't see her records, all her records. Like, what the hell's that bullshit? I think that's a lie, too. Here's the lie. I can't see all her records. The next lie is, I'll look into it and get back to you on it, because they don't. And that's why I went in 2 more times with my mom as a doctor's appointment. Made an appointment, went in to talk about the same shit again. 3 times. And they're charging us. There's co-payments. And then last time they charged for mental something. And that was a charge. Like, they listened to her talk about her depression for 5 minutes. And they charge you? Yeah, they did that to me, Dawn. I'll tell you what happened to me. Might be similar. My blood pressure was high when I went in there for a visit. I keep telling them too. When I go visit them, it's over an hour drive. Okay, and it used to be pretty hard on me because I wasn't used to it, and I was in pain. I'm like, so my blood pressure might be high. Plus, I hate doctors. I tell them I got medical phobia. But yeah, they upped the blood pressure medication. Then my blood pressure got too low. My blood pressure was so low that one of the stents in my vein got clogged. According to the vascular surgeon, she blames that doctor when she upped my high blood pressure meds, that the blood pressure wasn't strong enough to keep the from clotting. So it clotted. I got a stent in my left leg. It's clotted. I can still walk and it doesn't hurt so bad. So we're not going to do anything about it. Funny thing about the leg, the funny thing about veins, they just go whatever way they want. It's a river, and that river can cut a new route. And when it got to the clot, that's the main vein in my leg. When it got to the clot, it went around. It just started creating new little rivers all around it, back down to my foot. So it's kind of healed itself. The blood's still getting to my foot. It's just coming a different way now. Hello, Frenchie. Good morning, Frenchie. And it's actually better to have high blood pressure than low blood pressure. So, you know, that stuff can be tricky to mess with. And I probably have high blood pressure now versus the low blood pressure anyway. So I'll stick with the little high blood, you know. As far as I know, though, that blood pressure medication keeps my blood pressure down. I should probably quit smoking. Maybe drinking coffee would help too. That's most of my problem anyway. Neuropathy sucks. That's what I have. I have low circulation. I have dead nerves in the feet. Dead nerves aren't dead. They hurt. A dead nerve hurts. And Raymond, man, I had a cut in my foot. It was on the outside where I couldn't see it. I just saw it yesterday. And I was wondering, why does my foot hurt so much? It was just a dry skin split. Yeah, didn't know that was happening either. I got to put more cream on my feet. But I put the cream on the feet last night a couple times, and it feels better. It doesn't hurt as much. But that's the kind of shit I have to watch out for. And when you have bad blood circulation, cuts and wounds and bruises don't heal as well. May not heal at all. It's got to be kept. You have to keep an eye on it. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Nobody answered that stupid question. I never used those questions up there, but I thought this was a good question from all the stupid ones they ask. Does anybody care what their future is? You want to know now, is what I mean. Because for once I thought, that's a good question. I already know. I don't. I don't. Okay, if I was a believer and I went to somebody and asked them, what's my future going to be like? What can I do to change it? And I'm just going to throw my life into the middle of it now. So if I knew my life was going to be like this and I had to take care of my mom and that's all my life would be, would I do it? Would I do it? Would I be here? I mean, it's not the best example, but if you know what your future is and you started doing things to change that, where would you be? Where are you going to be? I don't know. So for me, I don't want to know what my future is. I want to wait till I get there and I'll deal with it then. I hope it's better because I work at making sure tomorrow's better than today. Dougie! Peace and love, my friend. Love you, bro. How's it going? So you know those stupid questions they always put up, Dougie? I put this one up because I sort of like it. The other ones are really dumb. So, anybody care what the future's like? Do you want to know when you're going to die? And anyway, when people do ask questions about their future, what questions are they asking? It's like, why win the lottery? All right. I need to know that. I mean, that would be great. Okay, I don't play, but that would be great. Sure, tell me now. Someday you'll win the lottery. Don't worry about it. Just fuck off now. Come on. So if you really want to get into fortune telling, I'm like, no. There is none. There ain't no bigger scam or bullshit than fortune telling. Future telling, fortune telling, whatever you call it. Right. So, and then it might be predetermined, and then maybe you can't change it. I believe we really don't have that much control over our change. I don't think we have control. Don't think we have the control everybody thinks they have. Anyway. Right? Johnny! Love you, hon. How's it going this morning? But see, here's Charlie. She's into it. She reads the future. She reads tarot cards, so I'm going to put in my disclaimer. I didn't say any of that wasn't real. I'm asking, the question is, why do people want to know? That's what this is about. And then when they do want to know what their future is, why are they asking stupid questions like, will Billy still love me when I'm 64? Or it's like, they don't even look that far ahead, so. It's about the future, and then they don't even ask future questions. They're asking, like, next week, will Billy still love me? Or next week, or can I get Bill? Is Billy ever going to leave? How about that, too, right? They ask questions like that. Or they're all, as far as I can see, they're all looking for answers to what they don't like currently. And instead of looking for answers with solutions, they're looking for somebody to tell them, They need somebody to tell them. And then, so I don't know. I never did a tarot card reading or anything like that. But they don't finish off in the end and say, "Oh yeah, your life's going to be better if you did this or you did that." Like, if they're so good at seeing the future, why can't they? You know, I guess it depends who you are. So I'll take that back. I'll take all that back as far as what one might say when you're getting a reading. It depends on the person. And then I'm just falling back to I don't want to know what the future is. I was pretty confident my future was going to be pretty good. Yeah, Natalie, you get it. Thank you, hon. And Natalie does read, or she can see. And right, I'm not. We're not talking about if it can be done. I'm asking, why do you want to know? And then, like, how good is that information you're getting anyway? You really shouldn't be asking stupid questions. If you really want to improve your life, you can be asking much better questions. Love you, Natalie. Because I'm saying that now because I've been watching Lucy do tarot reading, and I think she does real good. I think she's really good at interpreting the cards versus what the person's asking, the question being asked. But the question being asked, I'm telling you, are crazy. I never heard a good question asked. Or maybe, like, since I don't care what the future is, I'm like, I don't know what a good question is. Anyway, so this is just IMO. IMO. And I'm not one that knows either. I'm not one that knows. I'm telling you, I look at the future differently than a lot of people do. I think is all that is. I see the future as not something that is going to happen. Like 20 years from now, you're going to tell me what's going to happen? I mean, well, I got off track there. Real, so the one part I have trouble unbelieving in is that you can tell me what's going to happen 20 years from now. Anywhere, anybody. There's been a couple people who maybe are good prophecies, right? They can see it. They can tell us. And still, 20 years from now, there's a lot of things that'll happen. And I'd rather predict the future as a whole. You know what? It's so selfish, or not selfish. So too much inward looking as far as what the future is. The future is us collectively. Everything we're talking about really doesn't come down to us. The future is all of us. So what is the future going to be? And it's going to be what we make it, really, because if we keep making it bad like we are, it's going to be a bad future. If like we were, sometimes in periods of time, we make things good, we get better, then there's your future. Hey, that's a good prediction, Dougie. That's across the board. But we have some good ladies in here. I'd like to hear from Charlie or Natalie if they think they can see other reasons why. Yeah, and I totally believe we can change our future in that it's going to change, I should say. It's going to change. I mean, if you want change, it'll come easier if you want change. It's coming anyway. I'm always open to good change. I was just talking. Change is a funny subject. I just brought it up 3 days ago. Full moon, Saturn and Neptune, solar flares. All that shit was going on the past couple of days. And I was like, I could feel it. That's all I was just saying. I'm saying, I feel this. I could feel it. I'm not seeing anything. I'm just feeling this. Big change. It's going to be big change for my mom. And I think that's happening anyway right now. There's going to be a big change with my channel here, and that's happening right now. And none of it's all good. It's a good change. It turned out to be. And I've been working at that, man. I just want to make sure things do change for the better, especially mom. This channel, it rolls on its own. It's going to always be changing somewhat. My mom, I want her to change for the better. She's got to get her shit together. And she's starting to come around to me. But, all the fighting I do with my mom, at the same time, that's the UTI in her head. So, I'm not fighting mom, I'm fighting UTI. How it makes her think. UTI makes you give up, and then you get angry, and then you start doing things that you wouldn't normally have done in a sane mind. You do the opposite of what you should do, just because you don't care anymore, and I'm getting angry. I'm tired of this shit. Anyway, I got back to mom, but I'm just saying, yeah, we're going to make change. There will be change. Or I'm fighting the inevitable, and you can't change anything. But can you change? Yeah, you're going to change anyway. Can you control it is what I'm saying. Can you control that change? Because that change is not going to come until it's time. And you're ready, and other circumstances come or go. Then there might be change. And then it's better if you're open to it. That's what I'm going to say in the end there. Just be open to it. So if you're open to a good future and your tool is to do what you can to the little things, your future will be better. Like, I'm nowhere in the same boat I used to be. I'm nowhere near as life is so hard like it used to be. It took a long time. It just changed along the way. As a kid, as a teenager, as a 20-year-old, I was a firecracker. What do you want, little cat? And I've totally mellowed out over the years. I'm not just talking about mellowing out, but my life kept changing anyway. There's the big changes that get thrown at you, and then there's the changes that you went through. Like, I made changes, man. I would get mad eventually and just make change. Which means usually for me, I'd quit, or I'd get another job somewhere else, or I would move to another city. Hey, TZ, peace and love. Good morning. I have to catch up on some things people were talking about. Yeah, see, and that's where the future comes against you. If you're worried about the future, all that negativity ain't gonna let you grow. I mean, I put it like that, but you know what I mean? My little cat just has to see me. Wow, Raymond, Well, positivity is all I ever did all my life. It's the only reason why I am here today. I tried to be as positive to everybody I know, and then to myself. And I needed a friend. I needed a friend that understood me. I needed a friend that would work with me. I needed a friend and that I wouldn't fight with. Well, maybe the third one did come true, but I'm my best friend now. I figured out how to be my best friend. I like me better than anybody else. That's not me being conceited. I don't think I'm better than you. I just like me better than you. Can you get it? I love people, and there are people better than me. Better than me? Oh, yeah, all you people are better than me. Let me just say that, too. You all better than me. You all can love better than I can, because I see it every day with you guys. Right, Natalie? Yeah, that's where you have to get. And I'm not my best friend because I still fight myself. I mean, but besties do fight too. And I learned to love myself because I I learned that being kind to others and being a positive person is the best thing you can leave anybody with. So everybody who knows me and everybody who likes or hates me knows that at least I'm just a boring old nice guy. I'm just a nice guy. The only people that ever don't like me are the ones that confront me. I don't like confrontation. We don't need that. I could discuss this with you without being so negatively confrontational. So just get out of my face until you want to come back and discuss it with me. And I tell them that because I'm not going to sit here and listen to your shit and then I will get up and leave. All right? People hate it when you leave the argument. I don't give a shit what you think about me. I'm leaving this argument. I believe we can talk about it tomorrow. Some people have to have it fixed today, this minute. Anyway. I don't know what more I can say. Yes. I used to have them when I was younger, Raymond. And that'll do it, right? It's sort of like when you're out in the middle of the desert, you're the only person and there's nothing around. And you can feel like a little speck in a gigantic world. Now, when I was out at sea, I spent 3 years out in the middle of the ocean, some of it. And it's like that. You know, you're just you in this freaking humongous freaking world. That big. And well, being humble is, right? I don't know. It should be humbling. There's things in life should be humbling, and it's a good experience to be in. And you can learn from that. Yeah, you're not the biggest man on the planet here today, Mr. Trump, whoever you are. And then what do you want? What do you want in the future? Your wants and your needs are two different things, and your wants can get you in trouble, and if you just concentrate on your needs, you'll probably be doing good. So, what do you want? What do you want in your future? I would keep it reasonable, simple, or attainable, or let's just say, the only thing I ever wanted was to make sure I wasn't grumpy. When I got older, I didn't want to be grumpy. So, money. Money's the thing, right? Okay. I had to go a lot of years because I was hurt, just waiting for the time when I would get my Social Security. And that helped. All right. Now I don't have to worry about money anymore. I get $1,200 a month, and I learned how to live on that. For now. All right, here's Mom. Hello. What is in-house? What's in-house? Oh, home care, home health care. PA's gonna try. Okay, let me find out when the orders get cut. I call Pines. They can't do anything yet. They need orders. So when the doctor's orders come through, because he actually did what he said he's gonna do, also, we'll do that. Okay. Now I'll follow up in there with them on that too. I know, that's exactly what we're talking about, Mom. Good thinking. That might be There might be that much you have to do to avoid it. And that's why they wanted you to get that wand so bad, because that's what they want you to concentrate on. That wand will help because it's like a bidet. It gets in there and flushes out, and flushes it out to the outside. So it might be what you got to do every day at least. Maybe not a shower, but at least get in there, especially after a diarrhea incident. What's up? Oh, okay. Okay, Mom, there's a solution right there. And you came to it. You came to it. And then I think even those little wipes might not be enough. You can get those really wet ones. That might be. Okay, then. I don't, Mom, don't tell me not to worry about that. Hey, I'm the detail guy. Is it really wet? Is what I'm saying. You have to get the good stuff. Okay, that might be part of the routine now. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Don't you have anything else to think about? Don't you have anything else to try to figure out? No, well, but don't worry about your laundry. Get back on your feet. You can do your own wash. When you get off the wheelchair, you can do your own wash. You don't have to wait for somebody to take care of it. I'm just saying so that it's not an issue to concern yourself with. It's the only reason why. Okay, that's fine. And just go back to sleep now. That'll take care of the rest of your day. Yeah, waiting for her to leave. Okay, cool. All right, I'll get off here and I'll call and ask for updates and see about your home health care. I'm sure you're coming home with it. He's going to put the orders in. Sounds like. Yeah, I'm going to ask and make sure it happens. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye. So my mom's like, well, with that diarrhea thing and all, she's thinking, she's problem solving. Wow, great, Mom, you got to do it. She's like, oh, I'll have to take a shower. I'm like, okay then, yeah, take a shower. You can't get UTI. You got to get all that off of you so you don't get UTI. All right, and she's coming around to that. So I'm saying the big change happened the past couple of days. And that's part of it right there, her attitude. And now she's willing to think about and consider what has to really be done correctly. And hopefully she'll stick with it. Because she don't want to be in the hospital again. And I think she's starting to believe me after months and months and months that she didn't have a stroke or a heart attack, because she can see now she feels the same again. And they didn't say anything about a stroke or a heart attack this time because she was in there early enough that she didn't get delusional and go, can't answer questions and shit like that. Oh yeah, Raymond. I like what you said. So, half of what I say, half, whatever, everything I say, probably, whatever. I say it, and I'm talking to myself. and I say it to reinforce what I already know, and I say it to yeah, then I'll share it with you. I'll share it with you. Am I going to make your life better? It's not why I'm here. I'm here to hang out with you. I'll talk about all your issues, and I'll talk about any issue. I don't like to get worked up and on a rant over politics or society, but there's plenty to talk about. Anyway, here I am. So, how do you get rid of this question now? Because it does ruin. Another reason I never use it is because now I know how to get rid of it. Yay! Last time I couldn't figure it out. Hey, Mossy. Good morning, Mossy. Raymond in the house. I love people, Raymond. I have to love my mom, too. I want to treat everybody kind. First thing I learned, positive energy. Treat everybody with kindness and respect. Everybody. Until they, they cross the line, and then there's no more Mr. Nice Guy. I try to be kindful and respectful to everybody. Because I'm no better than anybody else. Definitely respect. Anyway, so that is first in line of those two words. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't really take much effort, even if you could just think that way. But tolerance is another story. Kindness and respect, and then tolerance is the last line, but that's a line easily crossed when you don't need to be tolerant. You don't want to be tolerant of negativity. You don't want to participate in it. You're not going to engage in it, and if I feel I need to speak about it, I will. And so you heard it, but you don't have to stay here and listen to it. Hi, big boy cat. Charlie Dove. And you look at it, you can see, I don't know, man, I've got a lot of years doing this, but I can see the negative and the positive and everything right away. So if you got any negative going on, I'll see it. I'm not going to psychoanalyze you as a person. I'll accept you as whatever, whoever, and some variation of. But I don't know. Being positive is what got me where I am. And after I got to be more positive is when I start to feel better. Start feeling better when I start being more positive to people. As much as I could, Did I turn into an angel? Am I an angel now? Hell no. Anyway, being an angel ain't what I'm saying. I'm not saying be good. I'm just saying be positive or negative, and just be aware of each. right? And if you got too much negativity in your life, there's some places you can get rid of it. You can just cut off the negativity. And I was getting ready to, I said all that because I'm getting ready to say, that's why I cut the news off. Fucking news. 1984. I cut off Hollywood and the news because there was a whole shitload of negativity. And I can't tell you how much negativity sinks into you. Everything you listen to and you hear and everything you say that's negative is added to the pile of your negativity. If you can like cut out a little bit of that, you know, your negativity pile won't be so big. If you can cut out more and more and more along the years as they go on, you won't feel so much negativity anymore. You might get to where I am, and I'm grateful, happy, and appreciative. And I only see the world as it is what it is. It just is what it is. Right, Raymond? Raymond? Cool, thank you for saying that. True freedom comes from within. Yeah, you have to be free. They're fucking not giving us freedom. We don't have freedom. I got more here than they do in the UK. 100 times more. I have the same kind of restrictions though. They still want to play the same game. And I'm nonconformist. So I'm just not going to do anything the government tells me. Anyway, just, all right, whatever the government says, I'm going to be like, all right, just flip it. Whatever they said, change this word, change that word. That's the real story. Just flip the scenario they're trying to tell you, and you'll see the truth. And then I'll look at it and I'll be like, yeah, see? That's why I don't listen to you. And so tell me one thing the government told me that was in my benefit. I'm not talking about tell me one thing the government does that benefits me. There might be a couple. I'm talking about what do they tell me that's going to benefit me? When do they ever say the right things or the things they should be saying? And when are they going to do the job they're supposed to be doing? Anyway, if you don't exercise your freedoms, you will lose them. We know that in America. I see problems that need solving, and I see how they don't solve them. There you go. But there is solutions. I can see the solutions. Why don't they want to talk about it? You know? Because it's the Democrats we're fighting with. And the communist and the Islamist. So, there you go. I mean, yeah, it is what it is still. At least where I live, I don't have any communist or Islamist messing with me yet. And the government don't mess with me here either, really. Because I'm allowed to live here on my little piece of property and nobody bothers me. I'm allowed. It's my right, and I'm going to exercise it if I ever had to. Yeah. So, yeah, the UK's in a hard spot because they cannot exercise their rights anymore. Because everything, whenever they try to exercise their rights, they get labeled racist. And it just so happens that whatever they're bitching about may involve Islamists, and then it might be involving communists, or it might be involving just politics. So, no, that's not racist to not like any of those three groups with what they're doing there. But, you know, yeah, so they're too ingrained in the government. They already have laws there. You can't say this. You can't say that. That's hate crime. Now, they tried to do hate crime in the U.S. They've tried to enforce laws several times. In fact, It's not hate crime, but what's it called? I forget now. It doesn't exist anymore because Trump got rid of it. It might be back. Um, Affirmative action. Isn't that what it's called? Affirmative action? That's a bit of the same stuff. That's pre whatever. Hate crimes. So, but it never really gets any traction because one, we have a lot of fake hate crimes. We got black people pretending to be the whiteys attacking the blacks, or we have Christians. We have Jews pretending to be Christians attacking the synagogue, and then what I see in the UK now is you're starting to have fake hate crimes, where somebody comes in and does the littlest little thing towards a church or a group or a race, and it was really nothing. It was just for show, and then it makes the big news. And at first they're like, "Oh my God, it's got to be hate crime," and it usually ain't. That's what we learned here. That's why we don't even pay attention as much as we can anymore. Remember Jesse Smollett? Yeah, hate crime. That was not real. So, and then there are real attacks on these places, but some of them aren't real. So, and then the ones that are real, like there's been 10,000 attacks on churches in the UK over 40 years or whatever. Well, now that's not just the isolated incidents, and that's definitely attacks on the church. That's not fake. Now, some of these mosques look like fake ones. Why is that? Yeah, and Mossy, you might be right. Like, it's just all set up to get you over here to be thinking like this. Yep, got put in jail for that. Here's a guy, Sam Mealy. He printed little stickers that were hardly could be taken offensive by anybody, but some people would make a big deal out of it. Anyway, he got put in jail for it. I mean, I'm not one to speak what's going on over there. What, big cat? No, you can't go in there. Anyway, the Islamists have been fighting us forever. They acted like World War II was the last time we had any holy war, but they're still fighting it. And they want us gone, and they are the fastest growing religion in 400 years. And they are the biggest religion in the world now. Cody? No, you can't go in there. Should I smoke some more pot? Probably. You were putting them up? All right, Natalie. Hi, Nay. Peace and love from Arizona. Good to see you, Nay. Everybody say hello to our friend, Nay. Right? I don't know what to say, Mossy. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas lives. So here's another freedom. We have to exercise our freedoms. And I want freedom to express my religion or freedom to celebrate my holiday. So, F all you who don't want me to say Merry Christmas. If you don't want to hear it, don't listen. Yay, solstice on 21st. Yeah, Mossy, that was a good summary of what you're saying. They think they're better than us. Look at us. Look at us dweebs down here. Driving cars and going to work. Look at all those dweebs. They gotta go to the supermarket to get their food. Look at all those dweebs. They have to get up and go get water from the refrigerator. Look at those dweebs. They use toilet paper to wipe their butt. I have a bidet and my servant finishes it off and dries it for me. Yay! Yay! I can't wait for the summer solstice. It's too cold now. Anyway, what are we celebrating? We're always celebrating the old tradition. So, what's Christmas? What's Christmas around the world? It's the winter solstice. It's the coming together and reaping the rewards of what we've sown. That's food, all the food we've grown. It's a time to celebrate that. We're going to make it through this winter. We will make it through winter. We have food, we have company, and such a good time of year to bring yourself back down to earth and slow down a little bit and reassess things. And you know, there's a funny thing that always happens to me. Every New Year's, I have to reassess myself. I have to compare what I think the year ahead's going to be compared to what the year before was. And when I was younger, I didn't know why it's just like, okay, that's New Year's. But man, it used to hit me like, God, this year sucked. Damn, this sucked. And that sucked. And I'm tired of this shit. So a lot of reflection, and all I could see was a bunch of shit. And I'm like, cool, every year I would somehow change that. This year's going to be different than last year, and it always worked. Not intentionally, but it's always that way anyway. This year was different than last year. Can I help you? What's the deal here? What do you want? Oh, you need attention. You need attention. Huh? Is that what you want? Okay, little boy. Big boy. He's a big boy. Yeah. I start figuring that out too, man. You know what I'm working towards now? Getting ready for retirement, that's all. Not doing anything else now. I'm getting ready for retirement. Over the past 10 years, I was preparing for when I would start getting Social Security. You want to get my lap, big boy? Because I can't do much in you right there. You retired in 98. Whoa. Man, I thought you seem so young, bro. Right, you don't look that young, but you seem younger. Yeah, right? 2,000 occupations. Cody, good. In my face is not the best place. You talking to me, Blackjack? Oh. So I can't afford anything anymore. In 1998, you had worked 200 jobs. Is that what I'm reading? All right. Yeah, the only thing I can't speak of is inflation. Still okay, you know, cut back here and there. All I really want now is food, water, and pot. Never quit cigarettes. Quit cigarettes. Look, if I can smoke cigarettes anyway, I've got extra money, huh? Now we just burn up the dollar bill in front of you. Here we go. Let's smoke a dollar. So, here's a good example of my positive energy. I get my coffee for free at Pilot because they like me. And the only reason they like me is because when I go in there and get my coffee, I grab a paper towel and I wipe the surface of what me or anybody else left behind. Hello. Oh, cool. The virtual nurse? She's going to talk to your case manager. Excellent. Oh no, that'll help a lot. What else did you talk about? Anything? Because I wanted to talk to her about. I want her to go look in the records and her to find where you had a heart attack or a stroke, and then find out why is she on Eliquis. I was thinking about asking her that because those nurses have been very helpful. I mean, they cut right to it. They don't mess around. Like your doctors might not want to admit and then retract the Eliquis. You know, they don't want to be the ones to say now to you today, no, you didn't have a heart attack. No, they're not going to back up, you know. That's why they're pushing us around. I think they're lying to me at this point. Well, how'd you get her in the first time? Oh, that's nice. Well, the way you do it, you hit the button up there on the screen. You can ask the nurse to hit the button for you, too, if you can't get to the screen. There's a big start button there somewhere. Start a session, it might say. Yeah. Yeah, I have to remember, so remind me. All right, thank you. Anything else? Go to sleep then, or you're old. Okay. But that's only 2,000 calories, Mom. Yeah, okay, so, but you have to eat protein. And no meat? Sausage, bacon, no? Okay. All right. See you soon. Bye. Ugh. That's how you save money. Hell yeah, man. Make do with what you have is how I save money too, yeah. Let me go check out Natalie's link and I'll be right back.